did it. I think it did it. It did. It said I'm live. All right. Oh, see, I got somebody in the chat. I don't know what I'm doing, so it has been way too long since I've done a stream. But obviously, you are hearing me, Mighty Silver. What's up? What's up? So you guys can hear me okay. Oh, this is probably going to be a disaster. All right, hold on a second. Let me do something here. All right, so if that's there, why can I not see the whole super chat thing? Hold on. This is what happens when you don't stream for a very long time. You don't know how anything works. And yes, I see people in the chat. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this while I try and figure this out. Yeah, it's been a really long time since I've live streamed. As some of you might know, I've had a few changes in my life, so had to get all that straightened out, and I'm in a good spot. So I want to get back to actually taking care of my YouTube channel and doing stuff. I actually got some videos that I've edited, and they're uploaded, but there's an embargo, so you have to wait to see what they are. One of them you'll find out tomorrow, but I'll be going to Gamescom next week. Got a ton of interviews, content I'll be doing there. So it's like, all right, let me start getting back in the groove of doing this thing. So look, I know this is the most ghetto setup ever, but hey, it works. I know my background freaking sucks because this is just the angle I got, but hey, it is what it is. And you're saying Hi Paris just finished what is GD? I don't know what that is. Just finished GD. What am I missing? What am I missing? What is GD? Help me out, chat. I have no idea what GD is. Oh, I've seen the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks. I mean, I try to stay out of that stuff on social media. I know there's been some people that have been going crazy talking about that, the past couple of days, but I've seen them. And Games Daily, I guess. Kind of funny. You're talking about kind of funny. See, I'm all bamboozled because I'm doing live streams now, and I'm like totally unprepared. I was literally just trying to figure out. I was like, why is YouTube not working? I had to generate a new key to get it to work, and now it's working. And obviously, you guys can hear me, so everything's okay with that. I'm not doing anything fancy with music or video or anything. It's just me. I show Paris. Yeah, I wish. Give me some I show money. That's what I need. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. All right. But yeah, Gamescom is coming up next week. I'm super excited for that. I'll be leaving this weekend to head out to Germany, and like I said, got a lot of stuff. I'll tell you right now, my first appointment when I'm there is with CD Projekt Red, and to go see The Witcher 3 Songs of the Past expansion. That is my first appointment. I gotta see it. Gotta see what that game's gonna be, or that expansion I should say is gonna be all about, assuming it's going to be a bridge into The Witcher 4. I highly doubt we'll hear anything about The Witcher 4 at Gamescom. I think they'll keep those separate. I think all the marketing promotion's going to be for Songs of the Past. And then when that comes out next year, after that, they'll start ramping up for The Witcher 4, which I'm guessing now is probably 2028, holiday 2028, if I had to guess. And hey, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I am, again, still trying to figure out stuff, because why am I not seeing? I should be seeing, because I'm using Streamlabs OBS to stream this, and I should normally have a super chat here, or the chat I should say, and I'm not seeing it, so I'm not doing something right. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. I'm not gonna stress over it. But no, I appreciate everybody being in here, man. Actually, I should probably tweet this out. Let me tweet this out. Let's do that. Give me 1 second. Apologies. Let's do that. And just went live on my and there it is. It is tweeted. Let me come back and look at the chat here. Again, I appreciate y'all being here. And it was a couple things. Oh, so let me take this. So Grim Lord, you're asking me what I think about the Gears beta. Ironically enough, I didn't play a lot of it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this live on here. I'm answering this call. Hello? Guess what I'm doing? I'm live streaming on my YouTube channel and I'm talking to the chat and you're live right now as I'm talking. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see me doing it right now. All right, you just got to work? You headed home? All right, I'll talk to you later, man. I love you. All right, bye. Yeah, I was talking to my lady. If you've been following my adventures on social media, you know who that is. Let me get back to what I was saying. So, what am I drinking? This is literally just sparkling water, blackberry lemonade, nothing fancy. But going back to the Gears beta, yeah, I actually didn't get a chance to play a lot of it, just because work was crazy. You know, I had visitors in town. I was, entertaining, doing all that stuff. So I just didn't have a lot of time to actually play it. So I only got a few rounds of Horde in and a lot of fun. I didn't play the actual PvP at all. But everyone seems to like it. I mean, obviously the meta is the meta when it comes to Gears, but that Horde Siege, yeah, from when I had a few rounds I did get to play, a lot of fun. So like I say, I'm really looking forward to October, when the full games come out and the full game comes out, and I'll definitely jump into it. Somebody saying Uncle Gamer Paris. That is a deep cut. So it is crazy to think Uncle Gamer Radio was 20 years ago. I started that. I'm always fuzzy on the month, but it was after my son was born. And so it was around June or July, maybe as late as August of 2006 is when we started Uncle Gamer Radio, up in there somewhere. Crazy stuff. And ironically enough, the Gears of War was the first thing I ever went to gaming related. I went to the launch party out in Hollywood. That was the first big gaming thing I ever got to do. I just remember I was just freaking starstruck because of all the different people that were, in gaming at the time, in the gaming media at the time, that were at that event. And that was crazy. I'm old. Let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, September. Oh, Paris is out here laughing like, because I am I'm old. What do we got here? Paris, what have you been playing lately? Come to KF more. I need that voice more in my life. Here's the thing about me, and kind of funny, and it's not a lack of I'm not wanting to do it or they don't want me there, because of course that's mutual. And I'll be on after Gamescom for sure. There's a game I'm reviewing that I'll be a part of for that 100%. I've been filling in on KFGD every now and again. I actually, and I got to talk to Greg, but I want to come up for the Gears of War review, and maybe I'll do a live stream with like Mike and the guys will do like campaign co-op or something like that. I don't know. But the whole point is just life's been hectic. So I haven't had a chance to go up to the studio. Last time I was in the studio was GDC. So that was March. But I've obviously been filling in remote when I can. But yeah, it's just busy. And like I said, I'll be at Gamescom next week. So that's kind of throwing me off because to another point, September, there are so many games. I'm reviewing 4 redacted games right now, which is insane. With various embargoes. So like trying to keep all that stuff straight is just crazy. But yeah, I'll be on KF again. Like I said, September is crazy. I know of at least one game I'll definitely be on for review. I want to do the Gears review. Trying to think, maybe Control Resonant. Maybe I'll pop in for that as well. And then yeah, we'll see. But there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on as far as that. But yeah, I miss those guys. Trying to think the last person I saw. I feel like I saw Mike recently somewhere. I don't know. It's all a freaking blur. But yeah, oh no, it was Andy. It wasn't even Mike. It was Andy. Andy was down here for the Blood of Dawn Walker preview event. So we both were at that. And yeah, but I got to get up to the studio again soon. So is one of them Ace Combat 8? Who knows? Guess we'll find out, huh? Yeah, people asking, yes, I'm live in the studio right now. It's just, for those that know, I moved earlier this year, so I'm in a smaller place, and that's why it's so barren in the back, because I'm freaking lazy and I don't decorate. And yeah, it's just taking care of real life stuff. I just hadn't been live streaming. Obviously, I've been trying to review stuff here and there, but you know, with Gamescom coming up, there's a ton of games coming out here at the end of the year. I just want to get back in the groove of doing live streams. Obviously, I still do stuff on Gamertag Radio as well, but I want to do my own thing on this channel. That's the whole point of me having this YouTube channel, is so I can talk about the stuff I want to talk about, make the content that I want to make, and it's just uniquely me. So that's why I'm on here right now, just with no agenda, talking on this live stream. Just, you know, want to kind of get it back in the flow. But I'll have some stuff coming up. Like I said, I'll have some content coming out of Gamescom for sure. I've already recorded a couple things that'll be coming on the channel soonish. You'll be able to check those out, and I appreciate it. Oh wow. And Chocolate Fox 9950 with a $2 super chat. That is more than generous. I really appreciate you doing that. And excuse me, I burped. I apologize. Please be a part of the Gears E-Day review some way. Like I said, I will. Worst case, I will just do it remote like I am right now. But I think for that one, if time allows, I'll fly up. I'll fly up for that. And that's the one fortunate thing, that for me going up to the studio it can be a day trip. It's like an hour flight from where I am. So I can easily go up to the studio, record a bunch of stuff, and then just fly back home and be in my bed by 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll definitely do the Gears thing. Like I said, I want to do the review. And then I do think I want to do some co-op stuff, live stream with those guys as well. But I got to talk to Greg, and Mike and I talked briefly about it, but I'll talk to Greg and Tim and see if that's something that they're interested in, because obviously they got their big event coming up middle of October. They're doing where they're going to have people come up, you know, Kind of Funny Best Friends are going to be in studio and the whole thing. So I don't know if I'm going to make that. I mean, because they're going to be super busy at the time, and I don't want to disrupt any flow as far as that goes, because I know they've been planning a lot with that, and I'm super excited to see how it comes out. What do we got here? So Owl, you're saying, do I think the new GTA Online will drop this year, and will it be free? Free, yes. On this year, no. I'm guessing. So I'm of two minds. I see it either dropping next summer, or it'll be a year from now, next holiday, with the PC version of GTA 6. That's what I think. I'm leaning more towards the PC version of GTA 6 and GTA Online drop at the same time. That's what I kind of think, because that GTA 6 just on its own as is, just a single player campaign, is such a massive thing. They don't need online right now. They're going to make so much freaking money off of that they could literally wait a year to put online out, and they'll be fine. And not to mention, I don't think GTA 5 online is going away anytime soon. I'll be interested to see how they handle that, because that's such a big money maker for them too. So you kind of want to make that that on-ramp for current GTA 5 online users into GTA 6 as seamless as possible. So yeah, I'm thinking it'll be a while, but as far as, I don't think you're going to pay anything. It'll be free. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to buy GTA 6, obviously, but I don't think the online will be an additional cost. Am I more excited for the Blood of Dawn Walker or GTA 6? Blood of Dawn Walker, because as I've said before, look, I understand the phenomenon of GTA. I'm not taking it anywhere. I ain't hating on it or anything. I will play it, but it's never been like this big thing for me. So I understand the hype. I get why people are so excited for it, but I'm way more excited for the Blood of Dawn Walker. Having played 4 hours of it already in a preview, now I know exactly what it is. And, you know, that Witcher DNA is all embedded in there. Obviously, it's a lot of former CD Projekt Red devs that helped make this game over at Rebel Wolves. So yeah, I'm anticipating that way more. And if you go back to January when we did the fantasy draft, kind of funny, I picked it because I just had that feeling that it was going to be really good. And I think I'm going to be right. I think it's going to be really, really good game. It's going to be one of the next great RPGs that people are going to be playing. Paris, I think you should be on the game show. Actually, I don't know what that is. Someone explain to me what that is. I thought you was making fun of me. Like, do I say actually a lot? Maybe I do. I don't know. But I have no idea what actually is. So drop a link or something in the chat. I'll check it out. So you think February for GTA Online? It could be. And there's so many chats coming in right now. I'm all over the place, so I apologize. But do I work remotely? Yes, I do. Ever since the pandemic, I'll never forget one of my coworkers, still my coworker to this day. We shared an office, and I'll never forget. He went down to Mexico with his girlfriend when all the COVID-19 stuff had first started. And they were like, yeah, we're not sure about this. And since you guys share an office, how about both of you go home for 2 weeks and then come back? And then we never came back. Like, I remember I didn't go back. It was 18 months. When I went back a year and a half, I went back in the office, and it was crazy because it was like this time machine of just stuff, like nothing moved from that period of time. And I had left like a backpack, jacket, and some other stuff. All that stuff was just still in the same spot with like a layer of dust on it. It was crazy. But to the point, yeah, I've worked remote since 2020 as a result, because my company changed its business model completely, and we're a hybrid environment now. So we still have some people that go in the office, but for the most part, the majority of our employees are remote, and they're just spread all over the country at this point. What do we got here? Rockstar knows they can easily charge 10 to 20. Yeah, they absolutely could. I just don't think they will, because they're going to make so much money off of all the microtransactions. I don't think they'll need to. Yeah, if that's the case, I won't have to necessarily double dip GTA 6 on Xbox and then online with PC. Yeah, potentially. I mean, look, truth of the matter is, I'm going to get GTA 6 I'm going to get it on PlayStation, because I'll get it up for the PS5 Pro, because that'll be the best place to play it now. And then, yeah, when the PC version comes out, I'm going to get it on PC too. I know me. So I'll definitely double dip on it when it comes out. And they know that too. And that's why they make the big bucks. Any movies or shows you've been enjoying lately? Ooh, don't get me started. Movie wise, Spider-Man Brand New Day. That was just such a breath of fresh air to get that movie for what it is. Look, it's not. I don't think it's recency bias anymore. I've seen it 4 times now, and it's better than Spider-Man 2. This is the best Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland now completely owns the role. I think he's the best Peter Parker, and he's the best Spider-Man at this point. And I think what was always lacking with him was embracing the Peter Parker part of it. And I think Brand New Day he really did. It was a really good movie. All the practical effects, just everything they did, I absolutely loved it. And that's taking nothing away from Tobey and Spider-Man 2, but I just think Brand New Day was fantastic. And obviously, look at all the money it's making. It's crazy. On the Odyssey, I really enjoyed that. Really, really good. Saw it in IMAX 70 millimeter. Fantastic movie. TV shows, what am I even watching right now? I mean, I was watching X-Men 97, and unfortunately, after the first 4 episodes were phenomenal. And that fourth episode with Apocalypse was just like, wow, jaw dropping kind of stuff. And then it just lost steam after that. You can tell Bo DiMaggio and the original vision that he had, because he obviously got fired, during season 1. But his work kind of led up into those first 4 episodes. You can tell when his influence stopped and then they pivoted, because it kind of ended with a whimper. And I was kind of disappointed, to be honest with you, about that. I will tell you a show that is about to premiere on Apple TV Plus is Dark Matter season 2. If you've not seen season 1 of Dark Matter, it is one of the best multiverse stories that you could see. As sick as I am of the MCU multiverse, Dark Matter's multiverse is fantastic. I highly recommend it. Can't wait for season 2. Speaking of Apple TV Plus, another show I got into earlier this year was Shrinking with Harrison Ford is in it. Honestly, the best role Harrison Ford's ever done, ever. I'm talking Han Solo, the president, everything. He is amazing in that show. You will cry. It is absolutely, it's funny, but it got those emotional beats as well. It's really good. So definitely recommend that. Again, I'm on this Apple TV Plus kick. Severance, if you haven't seen that, go see that as well. And then I watch a lot of trash reality shows, so I won't even dive into those. And what do we got here from Andy Ackerman? A $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And you're saying work harder, not smarter. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Work smarter, not harder, for sure. But no, I appreciate that. Really, really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments again. There's so many. And again, I appreciate everybody's here. This is just crazy. I just randomly go live and I got so many people here. Hey, Paris, are you going to have any content for COD Next? So I haven't publicly talked about this, but they did invite me to COD Next to be able to participate in it. And I've thought a lot about it, and I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do it. I have so many other things that I'm reviewing and working on right now, and my time is so limited with me about to go to Gamescom. I'd rather focus on those, and I'll just catch the COD beta on the other side when I come back from Gamescom. But I do know some people are in COD Next. I know Kind of Funny's in COD Next, all that. So definitely go check them out, support them. But yeah, I truly appreciate Activision inviting me. I gave out some codes. I actually have more codes. If people want beta codes that are in the chat right now, just, I don't know, give me a thumbs up or something, and I'll just drop a bunch of codes in the chat right now since I'm doing this. But yeah, I'm not going to do COD Next, but I do appreciate the invite from Activision and Xbox for it. And I see somebody talking about Ocarina of Time. Yeah, again, you talk about a game I'm anticipating more than GTA 6. I don't care if it's a remake or not. Yeah, I'm a day oneer for Ocarina of Time remake, which I'm guessing is going to be in November, because I don't think Nintendo's afraid of GTA at all. Woo, ton of thumbs up. Let me grab these codes here. Give me a second. And I will get you those codes. I'm just going to drop a ton of them in, because I think I still got like 40 codes. I got so many. So give me just a second here. Let me pull that up. Where is it? Delete that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm glad someone brought that up. Okay, early access codes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, dropping 10 codes in here right now. Oh, wait, that's gonna look shitty. Let me not do it that way. Hold on. But all right. Wait, how can I do this so it just drops in? Crap, because I don't want to one by one. I'm going to one by one them. I'm just going to put some codes in here. So there's a code. I'll do 5 to start, and then I'll do some more in a sec here. There's a code. There's a code. And here's another one. All right, so there's 5 to start. I'll throw some more in here as well. And then you got to go to, I'll just put the URL in here as well for people that don't know, but it's callofduty.com/beta redeem. Go there and you can redeem the code for whatever platform you prefer. So there you go. I'll throw some more in there. But yeah, these codes will go live right after Call of Duty Next on Friday, and then people can play all weekend, and then I guess it's the public beta the weekend after. And then, like I said, I'll be back from Gamescom then. Did I see the Steam frame leak? I have not. What is the leak for the Steam frame? Did they leak the price? That's what I want to know. If they leak the price, I want to know. But because I could have gotten a Steam machine, and I just could not, in good conscience, spend with tax $1,100 for that thing. I was like, I'm not doing it. I got a gaming PC. I got my consoles. It was just more of a novelty item to get. But the Steam frame, I do kind of want. So if it's, I know it's going to be expensive, but if it's reasonable enough, I'm probably going to get the Steam frame. You didn't get a code. Wait, what was the last code I put in? All right. Here, I'm gonna drop 5 more in here. Here we go. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. And here's the last one here. All right, there you go. There's 5 more. Hopefully you'll be able to grab one there. Awesome. I'm glad some of y'all getting the codes instead of the freaking bots. And what do we got? Got the code. Cool. Awesome. And then this Viper with a $5 super chat. And again, very generous of you. Thank you so much for that. You're saying, hey, Paris, did you get to see the Dune 3 TV trailer? This movie is going to be epic and insane. Keep up the good work. I have not seen the TV trailer, but when I saw the Odyssey, I got to see it, and I got to see that preview in IMAX. I'm all in. So yeah, speaking of end of the year, I actually was just talking with my kids about this. So we're gonna do the Doomsday back to back. We're gonna back to back it with Doomsday and then Dune Part 3 in IMAX 70 millimeter. So yeah, I can't wait for that in December. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Cool. You got the code as well. And like I said, I got more, so I will drop some more in here. Actually, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I got 6 more codes. So let's do this. I'm going to drop 1 more now, and then I will drop 5 more in a few. There you go. There's another code for anybody who wants that Modern Warfare 4 beta. Yes, Star Wars Zero Company is on my radar. I'll let you fill it in, but it's definitely on my radar. Watched the end of Oak Street last night. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I want to check that one out as well. And I need to see Obsession from everybody's telling me. I haven't checked out Obsession yet. Hey, Paris, how do you balance your work and life with family? I know you work in tech, and that can be very difficult. So this is how I balance it, especially these days. So, and again, let me just rip the Band-Aid off for people that don't know. My wife and I decided to part ways after, what are we now? 29 years. 29 years, long ass time. So, and my kids, they're all adults. My oldest daughter, she has already graduated college, and she's about to be a school teacher. My son is currently in college right now. And then my youngest, she is a junior in high school. They all have cars, they all have lives, and they just need pops for money. So that's how I balance it. I don't have little kids, so that frees me up. So other than work, obviously, and I work remote, thankfully, that frees me up. It's not like I'm commuting, doing crazy stuff like that. But it just frees me up. And I had the beginning of the year to transition to where I am now, so I just took that time to fully transition from my old life into my current life, and I'm in a good spot. Everything's good, so I can't complain about that. And yeah, it's just like, this is why I'm live streaming right now on YouTube. I want to get back in the groove of doing more live streams, putting out more review content, preview content on the YouTube channel. I'll still do stuff on Gamertag Radio. I'll still contribute on Kind of Funny as time allows, but no, it's all good. And just so you know, in the chat, yeah, I know someone is saying, damn, sorry to hear that. Hey, me and my ex-wife, we both said it was like we had a hell of a run. I mean, how many people can say they've been together that freaking long, got 3 great kids, the whole thing? You get together when you're kids, you get older, stuff changes, all that. It's fine. It's all good. Like I said, we're on good terms. Like the irony is we get along way better now than we did even a year ago, which it's hilarious. We laugh about it, but no, everything's good. It's all good. What else do we have here? Is GTA 6 going to revolutionize gaming? Okay, so here's the thing. Now I am going to bring the leaks into this in this sense. I know they're older. I know this is not current, and we'll obviously see on the 27th what Rockstar truly wants to show us, with the Netflix presentation. So I'm saying this with a grain of salt, but from what I saw, looks okay. But I know it's an older build, but it wasn't anything mind-blowing to me. It wasn't like, oh my God. If anything, what I think GTA 6 will do will be the size and the scope of the world. That's what I think. And then let's see how they're handling the NPCs. Do they make it more lifelike than, like, as an example, Cyberpunk with Night City? That's what I want to see. So the leaks are the leaks. They suck. Don't recommend anyone, encouraging leaks or anything. I think it's awful. There's so much work that goes behind the scenes that gets ruined when you do leaks like this. But yeah, I did see a couple of them, and I just thought it was okay. But I know that's not a true judgment, because that's not the final game. And let me tell you, from the little I do know about game development, you would be surprised how game development goes up to the 11th hour with a lot of that stuff, with the polish and the bug fixing and everything to get you to the final product that they deliver to you, with the final game. Cooper. Yeah, hey, I appreciate that, Cooper. Yeah, like I said, it was funny. I almost didn't stream right now. I was like, Dad, do I stream? Like, I'm in a tank top and whatever. And I was like, screw it. I'm just going to turn the camera on. I'm going to just start yapping because I got a little time. I got some stuff done that I needed to get done, and I kind of want to start testing out like this layout. I'm curious what the chat thinks, like my overlay right now. Let me know what you think of that, because I literally just made it. So I was like, let me try and make something and see what it is. So let me know any critiques on that, would be greatly appreciated. It is definitely a work in progress, and I have other overlays that I can put another window in with gameplay, stuff like that as well. Early Super Bowl predictions. Oh my God. So it actually pains me to say this. I can't believe this is about to come off my lips. The Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl. If Aaron Donald comes back with Myles Garrett, Stafford stays healthy, the Puka, it's just, I'm so annoyed. You have no idea how much I hate the freaking Rams. I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I hate the Rams. I freaking hate the Rams. That is the team. Them and the Saints. I hate both of these teams. I hate the Rams because they're our nemesis. They're the thorn in the side. They beat us every time when it freaking matters. I hate them. I just do. And Aaron Donald comeback is not fair. Why you got to come back, man? You retired. Stay gone. AFC, I don't know, honestly. I think the AFC is wide open. I can think about 5 or 6 different teams. Again, health plays a huge factor in the NFL every year, obviously, but I think that's going to play a really big factor in the AFC because, I mean, you got Baltimore, you got, believe it or not, the Chargers. The Bengals, again, if they can stay healthy, it's going to be there. Buffalo obviously is going to be there as well. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. A team that could be, but it really comes down to the quarterback now is Houston, the Texans, because their defense is going to be amazing. And I'm blanking on his name, but the QB for the Texans, I mean, he's kind of regressed the last couple of years, but if he gets back to that rookie form, they're obviously going to be, a big factor. I think the Broncos, again, that defense, they got a hell of a defense, man. And Sean Payton had him right there. I mean, Bo Nix doesn't get hurt in the AFC Championship game. They probably go to Super Bowl last year. I'm trying to think who else. Anyways, I won't spend too much time on it other than to just say I think the AFC, there's a lot of different teams that could potentially, join into the fray. And what's this? Who's messaging me? What is this? What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is redacted. I can't say it. I'm gonna say this, and I love Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell could coach my team any freaking day. I love that dude. That is the epitome of an NFL coach. I think they blew their window. I think they did. I think 2 years ago was their year. That year. The year they had the 49ers beat in the NFC Championship game, and they blew that. And then the very next year was really their year, and they lost to the Commanders in the second round. I feel bad for Lions fans because I think that was it, man. I do. I really do think that was it. I'm all over the place. So now I'm seeing a comment about lanterns. And, I'll say this. I had lost faith in James Gunn's vision. Because it almost felt like he was trying to do too much. He was focusing too much on C and D level characters instead of your A characters. Obviously, he did Superman first, but where's Batman? Obviously, the Wonder Woman stuff. It's like establish the core first and then start doing the smaller characters. Beyond that, I did like Creature Commandos. I enjoyed Superman the first time I saw it, but second and third viewings, not as much. I have not seen Supergirl at all. It just, the reviews were so bad. I just didn't waste my time to go see it. Clayface might be interesting, but I'm saying all that to say this. The first episode of Lanterns was really, really good. It surprised me actually with how good it is, and it has that True Detective vibe to it. Where now I'm understanding why it's a series and not a movie, because I do want to see that long form content in that way, the episodic content. So yeah, you got me. And again, not to bring real world politics and all that BS into it, I just worry with the Paramount merger, because when that eventually does go through, if Gunn's movies are not, because you got to make money. Like, I'm telling you, Man of Tomorrow, all hands on deck for Man of Tomorrow, because that movie's got to hit. And MCU is starting to set the standard again that you got to make $1 billion plus, because obviously Spider-Man, $2 billion, Doomsday's probably going to do the same. So if Man of Tomorrow is not even getting to $1 billion, and then Paramount takes over, I think they nuke his DC again. I think you start over again. I really do. So I want him to succeed. Obviously, I'm a fan of James Gunn as far as like all the stuff that he did with Guardians and all that. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. Oh, yeah. The Vikings obviously is another team in the North. And again, it comes down to the QB. I mean, if he can stay healthy and do his thing, because all the other pieces are there. You got all the weapons you need on offense. The defense is solid. I mean, think about it. If Sam, I keep wanting to say Sam Darnold. I won't say Donaldson for some reason. Sam Darnold would have still been the Vikings QB last year. They probably, instead of Seattle, the Vikings probably could have won the Super Bowl last year. That's just how important QB play is. What do we got here? When is your Blood of the Dawn Walker preview drop? Oh, the preview's been out. Actually, my preview is sitting on the channel right now. That was back in July. I'll just say we're getting close to review time. And I'll leave it at that. What else we got? Supergirl was not good. Yeah, I have not watched it. It was so funny. I remember my son texted me. He was like, man, I ain't listening to all these reviews. Me and my buddies, we're gonna go see Supergirl. And then about 2.5 hours later, he was like, damn, they were right. This movie's terrible. Freaking hilarious. Let's see. Doomsday could be a big comeback or a train wreck given how okay. And I've been critical of Doomsday but I also understand why it's happening. I'm just tired of the multiverse stuff. And I think Marvel is tired of the multiverse stuff. So they dropped the ball after Endgame. They failed to establish any new lead characters. So break glass in case of emergency. You bring in the band back. RDJ, Hemsworth, Evans. Let's run it back. All right, RDJ, let's make you were the greatest hero. Now you're going to be the greatest villain. All right, the other characters, y'all in it too. Let's bring the Fox X-Men in it. Let's run through Doomsday. Let's run through Secret Wars. Franklin Richards go through timey-wimey crap, resets it, and then boom, you're done with the multiverse crap. All the bad stuff you don't like about the MCU, Franklin Richards throws that away. The good stuff you like about it, you keep that. You got the new X-Men, and on you go. Because look, RDJ is gonna freaking nail it as Dr. Doom. I have no worries about his performance, and I think you build it even more so than Infinity War, which that was a Thanos story. I think Doomsday is truly a Victor Von Doom story where, you know, he's a hero in his own mind. He's doing what he thinks needs to be done to save the multiverse. So how they handle that story, and obviously he's blaming all the stuff that the Avengers did with manipulating time, obviously what Cap did in a selfish act for once. We'll see obviously when the story comes out. I'm actually surprised that they're not incorporating Days of Future Past into that with the X-Men, with all the time stuff that they did, but that wasn't one of the recommended movies they said to watch. So we'll see. But it'll be a good time. It's just, it's a pivot. I guess that's my thing. We know walking in, this was not the plan. They're pivoting because they have to, which of course, do it. Pivot. Let's get through these 2 Avengers movies, get to the other side of it, and now we're in the mutant saga, and let's get back to telling some fun comic book Marvel stories with the X-Men, the Spider-Man, like all that stuff. That's what I want to see. What is my most anticipated September game? I'm gonna say Blood of the Dawnwalker. But Control's right there. Control Resonance right there. And I played both. I got to preview both. And both of them are amazing. It's very close. I don't think you could go wrong either way with one of those games for September. But there's so many other games in September. It's insane how many games are about to come out over the next 2 months. And then I don't know if you saw the state of play for Phantom Blade Zero at the end of October. Obviously, Gears E-Day is coming at the beginning of October. Then Modern Warfare 4. And then obviously GTA 6. We're going to get Ocarina of Time remake. You got Onimusha, the Star Wars. Like, there's just so much shit coming out right now that, excuse me, I think if you're a gamer, there's something in there for you that you're really going to enjoy and you're going to have a great time with. I already answered this before. I moved. That's what happened to my previous room. I no longer live in that location. So this is it now. And I know it's basic in the back. I don't think I'm going to be here that much longer. Probably by the beginning of the year, I'm going to move again. So that's why I'm not being stressed over trying to really decorate or any of that stuff. So, life stuff happen, things change, and, temporary setup for now, but I want to get back into streaming and doing content. And, it should be about the things that I'm talking about and the content I'm making and not what people see behind me on a wall is kind of my thing, I would guess. What about Wolverine? Yeah, I'm forgetting Wolverine. Yes, Wolverine, obviously. That's one. And look, as you notice, I stay out all that stuff on social media with the people going crazy. Oh, it's this, it's woke, blah, 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 blah. All I know is this. I like Wolverine. I trust Insomniac. I watched a lot of the previews. I listened to what Greg said on KF and some others. And the real complaint that I saw from the previews is like, hey, it's going to be a good game. It's just we're kind of getting to the end of this kind of gameplay trope, this gameplay loop, right? I don't know how many more times you can do this until you need to switch it up, and we'll see. So I'm going into it with a very open mind because I love the character, I love the studio, and I'll judge it for myself, in a few weeks when it comes out, which again is crazy that all this stuff is coming out. Like, that's just the biggest thing for me is just finding the time to play all this stuff. And what else we got now? And Paris, I know you work in cybersecurity, and I don't mean to pry, but considering your background, what are your thoughts on the PSN outage in 2011? I'm gonna leave that alone. I do have my thoughts. I don't like to speak against my peers, and I know some people that were part of that. Because just so you know, I live in the San Diego area. San Diego is a big tech bed. It is a small, but not even small, but everybody knows everybody. Let's just put it that way. So I tend to not talk too much about those things because shit happens, unfortunately. And sometimes it's not the fault of the engineer that these things happen. Sometimes it is the fault of leadership and the decisions and the risks they like to take to cut costs. And I'll leave it at that. What else do we got? You think Insomniac is highly overrated, but that's you. And that's fair if you feel that way. I will just simply say I love the Ratchet games. And I love the first Spider-Man. I love Miles Morales. And Spider-Man 2, I love the action of it, the story. Kind of hit or miss. I think they dropped the ball on Venom, to be perfectly honest with you. But I had a good time with Spider-Man 2 as well. And I thought they improved a lot of the actual combat mechanics from Spider-Man and Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2 for what it's worth. So again, I'm going to go into it with an open mind as far as Wolverine goes. Is that the same top I wore in Starfield? Actually, no, it's not. That's a different top. I just bought this one not too long ago. Literally all I need from Wolverine is for it to feel like Wolverine. It seems to have nailed it. My expectations were extremely tame in a positive way. Yeah, and that's all I'm saying, man. It's like not every game has to be a 10 out of 10. So if it's not a 10 out of 10, but I'm like, hey, this was a good 8 out of 10, 8.5. And I had a good time with it, and you told a compelling story in the world of Wolverine and mutants, I'm okay with it. That's how I'm looking at it. So we'll see. I'll leave that comment alone. Yeah, Spider-Man 2018 is excellent. And again, because it hit the emotional beats, like Miles Morales, I had tears at the end of Miles Morales. That's what I think those two did way better than Spider-Man 2. I didn't have that emotional connection at the end of Spider-Man 2 that I did, with the first two. I don't have a PlayStation, expensive, so no Wolverine for me. PC one day. If you asked me this a year ago, I would have said yeah. But PlayStation's making decisions. They're going to double down on their hardware, and they're no longer going to support their single player games on PC because they're going to use those single player games as exclusives to the PlayStation console to get you to buy a PlayStation console. But to your point, the hardware right now costs so freaking much. It's not like it used to be where you could own multiple consoles and a PC because they were affordable. This shit ain't affordable anymore. And I talk about that a lot, that like even with Xbox, just to pivot into that conversation briefly, I understand them putting Gears exclusive, taking it off of PlayStation, and, they're reemphasizing their hardware and all that. I get it. It's just Asher Sharma and that new leadership team is in an impossible situation right now where you had pivoted to de-emphasize the console. Now you want to re-emphasize it at the worst possible time that you could because it costs too much, period. So how much Helix is going to cost? Like, I think the Series X now is up to $800 or something crazy like that. What, Helix $1,000? No one's buying it at that price. And I'm not going to recommend people go into debt to try and get that stuff. And that goes for the PlayStation 6 as well. We should not be spending $900,000 on gaming consoles. We just shouldn't. So the thing that I've been saying is hold on to what you got for dear life. Because guess what? These games will continue to be on these Gen 9 consoles for a very long time. And let's see. This is Arctic M777 saying you got to run. Glad to see me streaming. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hopefully, Gamescom should be a lot of fun. Got a lot of fun stuff lined up. And I appreciate you jumping in here. Like I said, I'm just randomly doing this out of nowhere. So I appreciate you guys hanging out as I'm just rambling, talking about various topics. Whatever you're bringing up in the chat. Like I said, after Gamescom, I'll curate this more. I'll be more refined with the stuff that I come with, specific topics that I want to talk about, have some gameplay, stream stuff. Like, that's the plan that I want to do. Because since I'm on that topic, I'll just jump into it now. It was interesting. I'll leave the person nameless. But I was talking to someone at when I was in Tokyo for Forza Horizon 6 earlier this year. And they brought up the point that, because how did I frame it? I framed it, I was like, I don't know what I am as far as, am I a I'm not media, but content creator, influencer, even though I don't like that word. Like, how do you define me? What am I? And this person told me, he goes, you're your own brand. And I kind of spread myself across multiple platforms because I'm on Gamer Tag Radio. I'm on Kind of Funny. I'm on IGN sometimes, right? Obviously, stuff I say on social media be going viral, like all these things. And it was like, you need to focus on your brand, and you have your YouTube channel. You need to curate that and build that up as your main identity. So that's kind of been my thought process over the past few months of, let's get to that place. Let's take advantage of this channel, and where I can have my own unique voice. I can make the content that I want. And, I'll still be able to contribute other places because I don't want to stop doing that, but make this the number one thing. And obviously there's other people in the space that I know that have done that over the past couple years. So, I know it's possible. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So we'll see. And jumping back into this, asking about the X-Men cast. I think the X-Men cast is pretty solid right now. I think the casting of Magneto is critical. Whoever they get for that, they got to nail it, because, you got to have it so that the relationship with him and Charles is key. And it just needs to be a presence that you respect, but also fear at the same time, because Magneto, you could make Magneto a Thanos level threat if you wanted to, but that's not everything that Magneto is about. He just wants to protect mutant kind. And again, I'm not going to dive into the whole thing, but my point is very critical casting. So I also think along those lines, I don't want Wolverine for a while. When they eventually do recast Hugh Jackman, I think let's establish the X-Men first. Let's establish this team first, this world, mutant kind, all of that. And then maybe by the third or fourth, quote unquote, mutant X-Men movie, then you ease Logan into the conversation, because again, he's going to bring all his own issues and problems to the mix, right? So going along those lines, Jean and Cyclops, you got to establish that relationship first before you throw Logan into the mix, right? Because that's the whole point. She is with Scott Summers, but Logan loves her, and every now and again she kind of likes Logan too, you know what I mean? So you got to do that whole thing, right? I know the Emma Frost love triangle stuff, that's going to be way down the road, but I'd rather see the core X-Men team established first, then you bring in Logan. And yes, and Magneto, I'm pretty confident Magneto will be in that first X-Men movie. They just haven't casted the actor yet. And he doesn't even need to be a main focus. You just need his presence there. He doesn't even need to be a villain at first, but you kind of set him up that maybe by the second or third movie, Magneto has to make a choice, and it's a choice that's going to break Charles's heart. That's where I think they'll go with it, but we'll see. Let me see. Mad Dog Nate, I think you saw Jason Schreier start doing frequent content and thought you should try something like. No, actually, it had nothing to do with Jason. Like I've had this thought prior to that, and I love what Jason has been doing. I think Jason has a lot of insight to things. So him establishing his platform and his identity is a good thing. And look how that just took off that way. But to your point, yeah, I mean, seeing Jason doing that is cool. But no, this is something I've been thinking for months now, and it's just transitioning, of my life and just other priorities. I've just not gotten to it, and now feels like the right time to start easing into that and really start doing some stuff with it. Wait, would be happy to show you about Ecamm via an email. I'm a content creator and it's great, but you need a Mac. Oh yeah, I'm not putting a Mac up here for sure. But my email's in my bio, so you can email me anytime. I'll check it out. When do you think Ocarina of Time is dropping? I think it's November. I think it is around the time of GTA 6. I don't think Nintendo's afraid of GTA 6. I think Nintendo's audience is Nintendo's audience, and they're going to go buy Ocarina of Time, me included. I will be there day one for Ocarina of Time. I would prefer it over GTA 6, to be honest with you. And so are we to expect Xbox dead shorts? Obviously, I do that trolling going on other platforms in their chat. I just like to have fun with that. Here's what I'll say about Xbox. Is Xbox dead? No. I think we found out now that there's been a change in leadership that Xbox was a lot worse off than we thought. I think she's coming in doing, Asha Sharma, as I'm speaking of, doing what she needs to do to right the business, to get the business into a healthy state. Obviously, these layoffs are completely awful. I know people that got laid off. It's freaking terrible. We should never lose sight of that and always have that top of mind at how cutthroat this business is. But they seemingly have a plan, and let's see how it plays out. It all starts with the games. It really does. Gears needs to be good, right? Modern Warfare 4 needs to be good. Fable needs to be good. Clockwork Revolution needs to be good. On down the list. If you don't have good games, none of this shit matters. Now, Forza Horizon 6, as an example, is one of the best games of this year. I personally think it probably should be in the Game of the Year discussion. I know it's tough with a racing game to be there, but it is absolutely one of... It's so tough with so many games coming out. But it's in my top 5 or I'll say my top 7 right now games that I've played this year is Forza Horizon 6. So to the point, Xbox, do more of that. Make great games that people want to play. And then the Game Passes of the world works. People, if it's affordable enough, will go buy consoles, right? And you will sell like the whole thing. So it all starts with the games. And if they can do that and get on a cadence, this again is why now you got a roadmap for Bethesda, who Bethesda usually likes to keep things close to the vest. So it's like, nah, we ain't doing that shit no more. Y'all need to tell people what y'all working on. So now we know Elder Scrolls 6, active development. Hopefully we get it in the next couple of years. Fallout 5 in pre-production. Obsidian's going to make their Fallout game, right? We know we're getting a Fallout 3 and a Fallout New Vegas remastered. They're making, new huge content for Fallout 76. So it's just like, start making this shit and get it out to us. Where's Wolfenstein? Let's talk about that. Knock on wood. I know Arcane, in question what's going to happen to the studio, who's going to own it, but get Blade out. Let's start talking about Blade. Like, there's stuff they have that people are going to want to play, that people want to see. You just got to get it. You got to get it out in a timely manner, and it needs to be quality. Simple as that. That's how you save Xbox, in my opinion. Yeah. At this point, I think Elder Scrolls 6 is exclusive. I'd been questioning that a lot. Can they take the risk to do it, especially with the current state of hardware and its affordability? But I think you have to. If you want Xbox to be a brand that people want to invest in, you got to give them a reason to do it. And if you're trying to sell the box, Elder Scrolls 6 is the biggest IP that they could potentially use to sell the box, period. So yeah, I think it'll be exclusive. I do. If anything, I would start thinking those Fallout games might be exclusive too. I really do, because Fallout has not as big of an appeal as Elder Scrolls, but it's up there, So if this Obsidian Fallout game I could see the remaster staying multi-plat, but I think starting with that Obsidian Fallout game, it's probably exclusive, if you ask me. And unfortunately, there's a bias against racing. Yeah. Like I was saying, I know there's a bias, but I know what I played. I know it's great. Obviously, I think anyone that's played Forza Horizon 6 knows it's great. So it should be considered. I just won't be shocked when it's not. You know what I mean? It'll get nominated. Is there a racing category? I can't even remember in the Game Awards, but it'll get nominated in other categories for sure. Speaking of trolling, Ray Ray is live right now, and you're not there calling him short. Oh no, I know. Normally I'd be trolling Ray Ray right now. I'll go troll him after I get off the live chat for sure. Matter of fact, you go over there and tell him I'm live right now. It's like we competing. Let's see who got more live listeners, watchers, or whatever the hell you call it, right? The sport, you think racing goes on the sports category? Yeah, and you're probably right. Like I said, I know because Forza Horizon 5 got nominated under a category. I just couldn't remember what it was. So it probably was sports. I would, but D1 would just delete my comment. Hilarious. Let's see. What was the last GTA game you finished? I believe you mentioned the last one you completed was San Andreas, correct? All I know is GTA will not be your game of the year since it's not an RPG. Yeah, you're right. It was San Andreas. GTA 5. I've played GTA 5 a few different times, but I've just never driven it to completion. Like I said, this is not my thing. It's just not for me. It's not this thing that I get super hyped about. And that's no slight to GTA because I understand how big it is. But that's just my personal preference, and I know people are going to go crazy in November over it, and they're going to make billions and billions of dollars. So I get it. And what else do we have here? Like I said to everyone, because I'm looking at the amount of people who are here in the chat, I truly appreciate you all jumping on here. Like I said, this was just completely impromptu. I have no plan, agenda. I'm just on there talking. Because I guess the other thing is, obviously, I talk a lot about video games, right? But, as I've been mentioning before, I do want to talk more movies and TV stuff as well. Like I was on Heavy Spoilers a couple weeks ago. We did a spoiler cast for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I want to do more of that stuff. Not that I necessarily want to spoil movies or whatever, but I do want to have conversations about movies. Like I can see me at the end of the year, having a convo about Doomsday, obviously Doom Part 3, stuff like that. Like I mentioned that TV show Dark Matter. I would love to, get into some conversations about that. But we'll see. Like I said, it's my channel. I can talk about whatever I want, obviously. So I just got to figure out what works best for me. And obviously video games are going to be very key to that. Like I said, I'll definitely have some stuff coming out of Gamescom. I already know I got a couple interviews I'm really excited to do that I will definitely be putting on the YouTube channel for sure when I come back, and a couple others that I think I'm going to be hustling, trying to effort to get. I just need to talk to some people when I'm on the ground in Germany, but looking forward to that. And then obviously just trying to manage my time for these games and picking which ones that I actually want to sit down and put the time in to actually do a proper review. And then the other ones, I'll have to, put in a backlog and get to them when I can. So we'll see. Yeah, I talked about Lanterns earlier. Episode 1 was fantastic. It really was. It really garnered my interest. I can't wait to see where that story goes. What else do we have here? Oh, so here's a good one. Danny Passion. Is Gears of War irrelevant? No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think there's definitely something left in the tank for Gears of War, and I think E-Day has a great opportunity to reinvigorate it even more. There seemed to be a lot of attention around that open beta that came out. Obviously, the full game is about to come out here in a few weeks. So no, I think. And then what are they doing? Are they doing it's a movie, right? Not a TV show. I forget. I know they're doing the transmedia stuff. I know they're going to do something with Gears on that. So that should obviously garner some more attention for it as well. And then Fable. Yeah, I got to see behind closed doors at Summer Game Fest Fable, and it looked really good to me. And it was running on a Series X when I saw it. It looked really, really good. I'm definitely intrigued for it. So it's like as crazy as September is, February is going to be crazy as well because it's Fable. Excuse me, I keep burping. I apologize. God of War. And then, God, there's another big game coming out in February. I'm forgetting. But February is going to be another crazy month for games. Yes, that Apple TV show, Neuromancer, based on the books, looks... it really does look very similar to Cyberpunk. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Getting all the exclusive Witcher 4 dev interviews at Gamescom, make it a tradition. I don't think they're going to talk Witcher 4 at all at Gamescom, to be honest with you. I think the full focus will be on the Witcher 3 Songs of the Past. I can say that I do not have an interview for Songs of the Past. I don't even know if they're doing interviews at Gamescom, but you better believe I'm going to ask. So we'll see. We will see. It is the first appointment I have when I get to Gamescom, and I'm going to go to their community event that they're going to have as well. I think is it Thursday night? I think it's Thursday night next week at Gamescom. So I'll be going to that too. So looking forward to that. It's always a good time. I love hanging with the community. I love the passion. Like, I'm a huge Witcher fan. Obviously, I'm in the chair, Cyberpunk, all that. So really looking forward to that. What else do we have? Simi Lou announced he's working on a Sleeping Dogs movie. Yeah. I know he just talked again about updates, saying that stuff is going well for that. So looking forward to that, seeing how that plays off. Which, again, underrated game. If you've not played Sleeping Dogs, that is a game I'm sure it's dirt cheap right now to be able to pick up on PC or something. Definitely go check that out. And what else we got? What time is it? Because I know I've just been on here yapping for a little bit. Running my mouth. 7:30 here. I'll give it a few more minutes. Like I said, this was just random. I just wanted to throw something up. Unless you guys got any other comments, specific topic you want me to dive into, I can do that over the next few minutes. Other than that, I think I will start wrapping this up. And like I said, I do appreciate you all hanging out here while I'm doing this. Like I said, I want to get back in the groove, doing it more. I obviously will be gone this weekend and next week at Gamescom, but then when I come back from that, there's a lot of game reviews coming out. So I will try my best to get as many of them out on the site as well. Like I said, I know I'm doing a few different things with Kind of Funny as far as reviews go too, so I'll be on there as well. And am I excited for Stranger Than Heaven? We'll see. We'll see. I did not do the demo at Summer Game Fest, and I don't have an appointment for it at Gamescom. So, like I said, we'll see. I'm not against it. It really, because that's a 2027 game, right? It's not coming out this year, pretty sure, right? So we'll see how it fits into the schedule. Like, if there's an opportunity to have time to review it, I'll definitely review it and give my thoughts then. When will you get back in the KF studio? Yeah, I talked about this earlier. There's no solid plan for that. My thought, and I got to talk to Greg and Tim about this, is I'd come up for the Gears of War E-Day review, do that in studio, and then stick around and maybe do some live stream stuff with Gears, or like with Mike and the guys. But I gotta talk to him and see. That's just my thought. I don't know what their plan is. Because essentially, just so people know, Greg will hit me up. Hey, could you do X, Y, and Z if I have time? Yes. And then when there's something I definitely want to do, I'll hit them up. Hey, I would love to be on this review. I would love to do that. And then if it works out timing wise for them and their schedule, I'll do that as well. So we just got to talk, and I'll just worry about that stuff after Gamescom. And Mighty Silver 23 with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. That is more than generous to do that. And you're saying, always good to hear from you, Paris. Well, thank you so much for that. Like I said, it's, it's interesting. I'll kind of end it on this and just talk about this a little bit. Social media is a fucking cesspool. It is. And I've definitely tried to curate my presence on there more about who I interact with and what I talk about on there. Typically, just so you guys know, because I don't mean to offend anyone on social media, I'm a post it and go kind of guy. I post whatever I think. I don't read the replies. The only way I will even see a reply is if I follow you. It is very rare that I will go into the replies and actually read them. My DMs, we have to follow each other, or you can't DM me. And that's just because there's a lot of trolls and just toxic people that say nonsense online that is just a waste of my time to engage with. And I say it all the time, protect your peace, because it's your account on social media. You get to decide what you want to see and what you don't want to see. There is no shame in blocking someone. If you say some sideways stuff to me, I will block you. Period. Why am I dealing with that? It makes no sense. I don't care if you're joking or not, because I don't know if you're joking. And if you say something offensive, I'm just going to move on, because I want to be able to use social media to be able to share my thoughts and opinions about the things that I love, the things that I enjoy, right? So if you look at my social media over the last few weeks, what have I really been talking the most about? Movies, MCU stuff, theories, Marvel, Spider-Man, all that, because that's top of mind for me and that is interesting to me. Obviously, I will still talk about games, but I purposely stay out of stuff like the Wolverine thing, the GTA 6 leaks, because I just don't want to get caught up in that stuff. To me, it's a waste of time. It really is. Like I did give my opinion today about Horizon. I don't even remember the damn name of it. You know, the Horizon live service game that now they're going to reboot it and potentially could just get canceled altogether. And my comment on that is I just don't reboot it. It never looked like something that was appealing to me from an artistic style, and even that gameplay loop being a live service. How many people are really going to play this and get invested into it? I just didn't see it. Now, I think the concept of a Horizon Monster Hunter game could work 100%. But it needs to be in the graphical art style of Horizon games. It needs to look like I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's Monster Hunters, right? Not what they decided to make it. It's just not going to work. So, and again, if Schreier's reporting is true, I think it was Schreier that said this, that most of the team, was it Horizon Frontier? I don't remember the name. But the point is, if most of Guerrilla was on that game and not on Horizon 3, and they're now going to move over to Horizon 3. So Horizon 3, they said, is like 3 years away. It's crazy to me. And I get, not everyone loves the Horizon games. I do. I love Zero Dawn. I loved Forbidden West. I want a Horizon 3, especially the way that Forbidden West ended. So I'd rather them focus on that personally instead of chasing this live service stuff. But that's just me. And what do we got here? I want to say this correctly. Like Scorpion, I hope I'm saying that right, but $5 super chat again, more than generous. Thank you so much for that. Paris, you lucky my Niners aren't trigger happy and took your Vita. Good job at keeping a beast. Glad you're doing what? Look, you was never getting Vita. That wasn't happening. I wasn't worried. I'm like, he asked for trade all he want. There is no way in hell Jason Light is trading Vita Vea. No way. You better play after last year that contract. And I knew they were going to take care of him. Vita's literally on the side of the stadium. You're not getting rid of one of your captains over a money dispute when it's deserved. Vita deserved a pay raise. Vita's my guy. Like, if you've been following me in the Buccaneers, I've been talking about Vita since that draft when they got him, was that 2017, I think, or 2018. And I was like, go get Vita. I knew it then from University of Washington. I was like, this dude is a man beast. So when they traded down and they took Vita, I was so happy. It's my guy. That's my guy. So you're damn right you need to pay Vita. So now you got him locked up for 2 years. Let's roll. Let's see what it is. And Mr. 49er, sir, you got one of my guys. I can't, like, I literally cannot watch a 49er game this year with Mike Evans playing. I can't. It just, every time I turn on, I see Mike, I turn it off. I was like, I don't want to see that. It's not right. It's just not. Ugh. I don't know. But hey, good luck to your Niners. Hope y'all can stay healthy. And hopefully we'll see you in the playoffs. Leave it at that. And what do we got here? Paris, my movie of the summer? Oh, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah, it's the most fun that I had at the theater this summer. Odyssey would probably be second, if I had to say. Oh, you live near Tampa? Right on. Yeah. My family's been yelling at me. I need to go home. I haven't been home in a hot minute. Definitely need to do that. Remind me. Okay. So looking at the time here, I do think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up now. But like I said before, I truly, truly, truly appreciate the I think at one point it was like 150 people in here, which is crazy to me for just randomly doing a live stream, and I haven't live streamed in forever. So I appreciate you all being here. And like I said, if the games come, I got to do more stuff on here for sure. So this was a good first effort just to get something out there. So like I said, I appreciate you all being here. I'm trying to think the rest of the week. Tomorrow, there will be a tweet about something tomorrow that I think you will all really enjoy, and it will tie into content on this channel. I'll leave it at that. Other than that, Call of Duty Next, like I said, I'm going to decline participating in it, but Kind of Funny will be in it, so go support them. To everyone that got the beta codes, hope you enjoy that. Jump into the beta this weekend, have a blast. I will be hopping on a plane this weekend and headed off to Cologne, Germany, and Gamescom. So look for some content coming out of Gamescom after next week. And again, thank you guys for being here. So hope everybody has a good rest of your night, day, wherever you are in the world. And as I lose my voice, we'll talk to you again real soon. So thank you for being here. Appreciate it.